Good evening. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Kristen and you're watching Kristincooks. And tonight I have another dinner recipe for you. It is yet another enchilada recipe. So it's Chile Rellenos Enchilada. Chile Relleno Enchiladas. I'm making mine with chicken. That is not in the recipe. However, I needed to have some kind of protein in the mix, or people would not be happy with me. And I'm also lightly roasting the poblanos on the barbecue because you just get such a better taste. It's so much, you get so much of that smoky flavor versus doing it in the oven. But either way is fine. So then after the poblanos are done roasting, you put them in a bowl, cover it with plastic, and let it steam for about 10 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to start the tomato sauce. So I have a couple of cloves of garlic going into my blender here, along with 3 Roma tomatoes and some onion. Do however much or how, well, you know, however little you prefer, is what I'm trying to say. Throw that all into the blender and then blend it up until it's as smooth as you can get it. This kind of reminds me of a birria sauce, but, you know, a lot more simpler than that. But anyway, so just blend it down till it's smooth. And then we're going to put it into a saucepan for like 10 minutes and let it just simmer away and cook a little bit, reduce a little bit. So yeah, just a little bit of canola in the pan. Excuse my messy stove. I should have wiped it down again. Anyway, so the tomato mixture goes into the saucepan, cover it up and let it, with a couple bay leaves, of course. And then cover it up and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. You know, let it boil first, come to a boil, and then reduce to simmer for about 10 minutes. A little salt and pepper, of course. You need that also. And stir it up. And I think I put some cumin in. No, I know. It was chicken bouillon powder. That's what that was. I made this a couple nights ago, so I'm kind of reminding myself here. So after the poblanos have, excuse me, sufficiently steamed in the bowl, then it is really super easy to take the skin off the peppers. So we want to do that. As you can see, it comes off really easy. And also, I should mention, poblanos are not spicy. You think that maybe they would be, but they're a large pepper, and the bigger the pepper, the less heat it has. So these are pretty big, so you know, they're not going to be too hot. Looking back, I wish I would have used like 3 peppers or maybe even 4 peppers, you know, because I really like the flavor. And I did make a little bit more than the recipe yields. It yields about 6 enchiladas, but I made 8. So I could have gone with one more poblano, excuse me. And I'm just removing the seeds as best I can with my hands. It's, you know, kind of messy work here. But in a second here, I'm going to move everything to the cutting board. As you can see here, I have some Monterey Jack cheese. I have about 2 cups I grated from a block of cheese. You can use the already grated stuff if you want, but grate it yourself. You'll like it a lot better, I promise. So here I'm using the back of my knife to scrape away any leftover seeds that are still hanging around on the pepper, and then I'm going to scrape it off my board, clean it off as best I can. Okay, now we're ready to cut these up into a nice small parts, small chunks. I don't know, I'm sorry, it's been kind of a long day today. It is the first day of summer, you know. Anyway, so yeah, just kind of cut them up and put them in with the jack cheese. As you can see, I have more cheese than pepper here. So yeah, one more pepper would have been great. But anywho, next time. And then mix it all up, the jack cheese and the poblano. This is going to be the filling, by the way, for the enchiladas. But as you know, I'm an overachiever. I go a step further, and so I'm using chicken. Again, not in the recipe, excuse me, but it just needs protein. So I just put my favorite seasonings on these chickens here. Cooked them up on the grill, as you saw in the beginning of the video. First, I butterflied them and pounded them out really nice so that they cook faster, for, most important point. But also, I find it's just, the texture, it's more tender, So that's the way I always cook my chicken. I always pound it out as thin as I can, but making sure I lift it up in the light and make sure that it's even throughout the whole fillet, I guess it is. And it just comes out a lot better. Jeez. Okay, Kristen. Okay, so I diced it up right there. And now it is time to lightly fry. I'm using yellow corn tortillas. You could use white corn if you want. I like the yellow corn tortillas. These are just the large corn tortillas. So I have a little bit of canola oil in this nice hot pan here. This lovely, well-used pan, I must say. One of these days I'm going to get some really nice pans. I am. I'm tired of these cheapy ones that just don't last very long. What kind of pans do you like to use, by the way? Can you leave me a little comment below? What are your favorite pans? I've seen those caraway pans, I think. Though I've seen those around a lot, and I've seen those Hexclad, I think they are. They have like the honeycomb design on the inside of the pan, you know what I'm talking about? They're like non-stick. I've looked them up on Amazon. Those suckers are like $400 for a set. Those are for the rich folk, okay? Anyway, so I have this 9x13 pan, and I'm just putting a little bit of that sauce down, the tomato sauce, and then I put a tortilla down and kind of flip it around in the sauce there, and then I just fill it up. A little cheese, the cheese and poblano mixture, along with a little bit of chicken, roll it up, and there you go. That's all there is to it. It's pretty easy. But anyway, I'm just going to, talk a little bit while I'm rolling these enchiladas. This recipe turned out pretty darn well, I must say. My husband really liked it. He didn't say anything, like, when we were done eating, he didn't say anything, so I just kind of figured, he didn't like it. But he was like, you can make this anytime you want. These were really good. I really enjoyed them. So I was like, cool, sold. I'm glad. And yeah, I liked them too. Like I said, it's kind of a simpler take on kind of a birria situation. However, a birria situation would be really good in this instance right here. That'd be really good. I love birria. It's just so good. It is, you got to put a little bit of effort into it, but I love it. It's so good. And they have those birria bombs you can buy now, where everything's like done for you. I've never tried them, but I'm assuming you just like add water and cook it and everything, and there you go. Yeah, like a bath bomb, but a birria bomb. Anyway. So yeah, just finishing up here. I started to run a little short on the sauce. I gotta admit, I could have done with some more tomatoes. But I looked in my freezer, and thankfully I had some enchilada sauce that I had some left over that I put in my freezer, and I'm really glad. So I defrosted that really quick, and I did use that on top to kind of supplement a little bit here with my sauce. Yep, see right here. See, we're a little bit shy. Okay. But here, boom, look, it multiplied. So that's the enchilada sauce, and then I just sprinkled on some more pepper jack on top, or excuse me, Monterey Jack, not pepper jack. Let's get that right. Monterey Jack. And then it's going to go into the oven let's see, 400 for about 15 minutes. Uncovered in the oven, 400 degrees, and boom, dinner's ready. I made some Mexican style rice to go with it, and some beans, of course. Those, that's what you're going to see with enchiladas. I'm always going to have rice and beans, for sure. So here we are. This dinner was actually really nice, really filling. Ate it with some tortilla chips. I sprinkled on some queso fresco at the end, right before I ate it, and it was really good. Queso fresco is a really good cheese, by the way. It's a really mild, crumbly cheese, and yeah, it's not the type of cheese that melts down a lot, but it kind of adds just a little bit of creaminess to your dish, your plate of food, if you will. It's really good. I like it. My kids really like it too. But anywho, that's it. That is dinner. All done. What is the hold up here? Okay, there you go. There's my plate. There it is. Here's the queso fresco coming in here. These did not stay together very well at all. They ended up being really, really soft, and they fell apart as soon as you try to lift them up out of the pan. But no worries. It's still good. Still delicious. I will make this again, I am sure. And it's great. I hope you make it. And if you do, let me know. What's your favorite kind of enchilada, by the way? I make them all the time on my channel, and I'm just curious, what kind do you like to eat? So thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you have not done so already. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye.